Good morning, my Sweat and Smile tribe. It's week 2 of all of this craziness. Or it is week 2, right? I don't know. I'm losing track. That's okay. It's Monday and we're getting back to a schedule. Hopefully you watched last week's videos and you are working on a schedule. I'm actually making my kids write out the schedule this week, which we didn't do last week. We were just kind of getting up and figuring it out, but now I'm being a little bit more diligent about writing out a schedule. We didn't do that over the weekend. I thought, it'd be nice to take a break and pretend it's like a real weekend and let them stay in their PJs. Honestly, it wasn't a great idea. We were not as happy without that rhythm of schedule. So we probably won't do that again, letting them stay in their PJs and take the whole weekend off. This week, I'm going to talk about something that's going to make you roll your eyes. Gratitude. And yes, I totally get how you're like, fine, are we going to talk about this again? I get it. Everybody talks about gratitude. It's one of those overused subjects, and it's cheesy. It's annoying. I get it myself. I still go, yes, I'm grateful. Yes, I've got a great family and I'm healthy and blah, blah, blah. And I woke up and blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. But there's science behind it. It does do wonders and it is very effective. But it's very effective if you do it properly. So that whole monologue of, yes, I'm grateful, I am. It's not going to help. And I get that. Here's what we're going to do to make it the most effective. 2 things. You have to actually write it down. The science on how it changes your brain when you write something down is wonderful. And it is worth looking into. But if you say something out loud or if you think it in your head, it's not going to have the same impact on your life as when you write it down, which is why on my daily calendar, it actually has a spot, very top of the page, where I have to write out, today I am grateful for. And then I have to fill that blank before I can do anything else. And there's some days where I have to sit and think for a while before I fill that blank. And I try not to ever do anything that's just generic, like, I'm healthy for my family. That's not going to help as much either. You need to be very specific. And right now, I'm going to challenge you to be specific about why you are grateful for people in your life, because it helps us feel more connected. And if you're thinking, gosh, Melissa, I live alone, there aren't any people in my life, I promise you, there are people in your life. You may have talked to your daddy that day, or your neighbor might have called you just to make sure everything's okay. Like, we have people in our lives, and I want you to focus on how those people are enriching your life right now, because it's very tempting to feel isolated and lonely, and we've lost that connection that we feel when we're face to face with people. So that's what you're going to write down. Today, I'll tell you, I wrote down, I'm grateful that my husband, Trey, took the time with my mother to get Zoom set up. He didn't have to do that. He was doing that just for me because he knew that I really wanted her to be on my classes. And it was something that he specifically did, and it helped me out. That's my goal for you. Find something that is very specific every day that you are grateful for. Write it down and make sure it has something to do with the people that we're connected to. Hey, it could be, I am grateful for the Amazon worker who walked up the steps and left a box on my doorstep so that I could get this item in the middle of all this craziness. If you really don't have a lot of people, go ahead and think about those people who are helping. I'm grateful for the person who prepared my HEB order and got me the food that I needed. That's your goal. I know gratitude is eye roll worthy, but it makes a difference, and it's going to help us remember all that we have to live for right now. So I love you all. I hope I see you for Zumba at noon. If not, don't forget to sweat and smile, and I'll see you tomorrow.